Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, cinco, seis. Yeah, I can't speak no Spanish, but guess what? I can count to 5, I can count to 6, I can count to 7, and all that good shit. And we've already crossed that 5K sub marker, and we in the game, baby. We in there. We creeping up to 6K. We growing quick as ever. And shout out to y'all, new and old subscribers. We creeping up there. But if y'all ain't entered that $100 giveaway that I'm giving away for the 5K sub mark, make sure you go to my community post right now and put your Cash App, put your Zelle, put your Venmo, whatever it is, and pick a number between 1 and 300. Because come this Friday at 8 p.m., I'm going to be going live here on YouTube and randomly selecting 2 winners. First winner is gonna get $100 plus some merch, and second place is gonna get free merch as well, because I'm dropping some merch here real soon. I'm gonna have the website up and going very, very, very soon. But while y'all go do that and enter that contest, we're gonna go ahead and kick off this next video right here. And this next video is a 2-part video, right? So we're gonna react to 2 videos. The first video we're gonna react to is by 211. He out of LA with MC8. Y'all know OG MC8, and they talking about when did the younger homies stop respecting the older homies. And then the second video we gonna do is from a cat from Denver named Huri, and he's talking about why he don't kick it with the younger homies anymore. So we're gonna do a 2-part video on this one right here, and we're gonna talk about it down in the comments. Y'all give me y'all feedback. And for all the cats that be in the comments popping that bullshit talking about, oh, you can't be speaking on LA politics and all that, look, I'm gonna tell y'all like this though. Anything that goes on online on the internet, I'm gonna react to it. It's free game. You feel me? If you don't want me talking about LA politics, turn the channel. Go to another video, because I'm gonna discuss any and everything that be online. You feel me? We're gonna talk about this because this is an online community. If you don't like that shit, burn rubber, motherfucker. Peace. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get into this video real quick.
From a little kid, like, I've been outside for like 28 years, bro. I was a full criminal at 13 years old. You feel me? 14.
That's sometimes that's how you got to come up to set yourself for, you know, you go through walks of life like that. Especially niggas don't understand these Cali streets, man. It's born and bred. You know what I'm saying? Just growing up in the hood, you following those footsteps. And so a lot of people get it confused about how the lifestyle is over here, man. This is treacherous. Yeah. But once you go through it and you're able to come out on the other side in the end, you have a whole respect for it, you know.
Oh, I got a whole respect for it. First,
before I get too far into the video, we're gonna stop it right there because MC8 hit a whole lot of points right there. But he said if you make it out to the other side of the end, and that's the problem with y'all young cats out there. A lot of y'all ain't gonna make it to the other end of it, like where we at right now, where he at, where any of us is. Because I'm 41 years old myself. I don't know how old MC8 is. He's got to be 50 plus, because I was listening to him when I was 13, 14, 15. So gotta be way past me, you feel me? But ultimately, he made it by the grace of God, and that's what it is. By the grace of God, he made it to the other side. Because as he's talking about, you know, when you're coming up in these environments, especially if you got big homies or you take somebody's name or something like that, you coming up like a savage. You feel me? You're gonna come up like a savage. And, you know, I don't know. For me, when I was growing up at 13, 14, 15, and all these ages, you know, fighting was just part of life. That was part of the equation. And being this skin tone, yeah, you know, I was the first one that a motherfucker chose to try to fight because they felt like I'd be the weakest. You know what I mean? Little did they know they was breeding me into a motherfucking pit bull at the end of the day. But that's a whole nother story by itself right there. But for you young cats out there, you know what I mean? The goal should always be to have longevity. I know a lot of y'all young cats, y'all just be thinking about today, tomorrow, what y'all gonna do this weekend and shit, but like, your life is so much bigger than just this present moment now. You know what I mean? You gotta think of your life almost like a seed that you plant into the ground that you gotta keep watering, because as you keep watering that seed, it's gonna grow into something. You know what I mean? And it takes time. It takes years of your life to grow into the person you want to become. Because as a young cat, in your mind somewhere, you see who you want to be and where you want to be in life. But Instagram, social media have a lot of y'all fooled thinking that it just needs to be now. You need to be now. And if you ain't got it now, you failing. And that's the furthest thing from the truth right there. All these things take time. To get to these levels of life that y'all want to attain, it take time. And for y'all to be in these treacherous environments, to be out there in the streets right there, y'all gotta be extra motherfucking careful. You gotta be smarter than the ones around you, because the ones around you probably is some real life dummies. Real life, they probably dumb as fuck. They probably ain't thinking nothing like you thinking. If you tuned into this channel, more than likely you got a brain, because ain't no motherfuckers without a brain listening to this shit right here, or it's gonna way over their head and they hating on this shit. But that ain't true, because you tapped in and you subbed up, right? For sure. But needless to say, longevity is always the aim.
First off, I'm not playing with the young because it's like, when I grew up, fucking fight for fun. I remember the homies used to pick us out like, hey, you active young homie, you active young, y'all get down. And we'll fight, you know what I'm saying? Or we can go to the Fox Hill Mall and fight. But now you could win a fight and nigga still, you know what I'm saying? Nigga still want to smoke you. You feel me? Like, you can't even fight no more. So
there ain't no friendly phase no more.
Yeah, nah. You could fight your homie and your homie gonna want to get at you. It's like, bro, we just got down. This could be a secret, really. And
you know what it is, though? I'm gonna tell you what it is. Before, the eyes wasn't on you. Now everybody want to take out phone.
Yeah, it's the phone issue now.
Right.
You catch a bad one on the phone. Now they worried.
Oh yeah.
The pride
kick in.
Is really
Yeah.
The pride goes
For
up
sure.
triple notches, man, because of social media and you being put on blast or what might be embarrassed. Like you said back in the days, nigga, you fade with it. Again, you win some, you lose some.
It
wasn't like, oh damn, this nigga now finna let 1 million people. Okay, but that was the code of the streets.
Yeah, I come from that generation. Win, lose, or draw is the motto. Period, point blank. Win, lose, or motherfucking draw. Win, lose, or draw. And don't get it wrong, I done took hella L's. I ain't never coming across here like I done took hella wins. Believe me, I probably done took more L's than I took wins, but I'm still standing tall 41 years later, you feel me? And as a young kid, I remember how when kids, we used to be cracking jokes at school and I motherfucker I get bruised up real easy. I could win a fight and still be bruised up, you feel me? But I get it nowadays, right? The social media part, but for you young cats, y'all gotta remember this about pride. Pride will take you to your downfall. Pride will be your destruction. Pride leads to your destruction. Period, point blank. That come out the Bible. Pride leads to your destruction. If you and your pride is part of your ego. And if you understand what your ego is a false narrative of who you think you are and have to be. But you so much more than that ego. So I encourage y'all that's listening to this, if you ain't hip to what an ego is or what pride really is, do some research on what pride and ego are. Look them two words up and go deep dive into them words right there, because they're going to give you a greater understanding to yourself, especially in situations when it comes to the world, because there's so many things in the world that could touch on your pride that make you feel some kind of way, but you can get the power from having the understanding of how to motherfucking manage your pride and know that, pride is it's something inside you that you can control. And if you don't control it, it's going to control you and it's going to lead you to your destruction. But yeah, I feel the friendly phase. I came up under the friendly phase shit. When I was coming up, my little clique, it was a brotherly type of thing right there. And that's kind of what you did with your bros right there. Y'all don't always see eye to eye. You know what I mean? Motherfucking, all kinds of issues will arise and shit. If, we get the bodies back in the day. I don't know if y'all even know what the bodies was, but we wouldn't be punching in the face. We just get the bodies till the first one tap out. And there's something about, just going bodies and getting that little session. You feel me? Even when you get in the heads, may the best man motherfucking win. And I get it now, because now everybody gonna record this shit. They gonna put it on social media. Everybody gonna be popping shit, talking shit, and that can make somebody feel some kind of way. But you gotta remember those consequences that come behind you getting that pistol and smoking a motherfucker last forever. The little fight, the little pride shit, motherfuckers crack a joke, that shit temporary. That shit gonna blow over. But the consequences from you pulling that trigger and taking that person off the earth is forever, bro. That's just a stain on your soul, let alone the time and all the issues that's gonna go behind that shit right there. So that's the dumbest thing you could ever do, is smoke a motherfucker behind your pride right there, because you just shoot yourself in the face at the same time, in my opinion.
You push the line with that for real is the broads, because they'd be on there.
Oh yeah, I mean nowadays there's civilians to be walking by and the first thing they do, pull their phone out. You see, look, Trump just got bust on, and you see the lady, she don't even duck, she pull her phone out.
Yeah,
like
everybody pulling up their phone now.
Yeah.
I be seeing sometimes, man, and I told all the homies one day, I think it was me and Glasses, we was coming back from Bakersfield, and something that just happened, somebody got whooped on, right? We saw whooped on somebody, and you saw all these people out there with their phones.
Yeah.
I told all the homies in the car, I said, if I'm ever getting my ass whooping, y'all getting ours don't fight and line up with y'all phones. I'm fighting every last one.
Yeah, for sure.
Nigga need him some content.
You know, somebody
Everything content now.
Everybody with cameras like this.
They're gonna be like, oh, face help. And I'm finna get me about 100,000 views and get me a paycheck. Look at that in the steel.
You know what's so cold? It don't be for no paycheck, man. It be all for social currency.
Hey, nigga don't even want no money no more. They want some clout and followers and
I
shit.
need status, man.
I got bills every month, nigga. I need some money.
Oh God, some social currency. Social currency. You motherfuckers be more concerned about the likes, the views, and the followers than they do about the dollars. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you how you know you hustling backwards is if you got a motherfucking social media account, right? If you got more followers than you got dollars in your bank account. If you ain't maximizing, if you ain't monetizing your follower and your audience and that shit right there, you hustling backwards. And that social currency, that shit is pointless though. What's it really gonna do for you right there? I mean, it's a mirage in the mind, in my opinion, right there. Don't get it wrong, because I do the social media. I've been doing social media for since 2017. I done pioneered some shit. I done did all millions of views, done made hella money off of line and all that type of shit. And I'll do more videos on how to make money online in the near future, because I know y'all keep asking for them. But social currency for you young cats, you gotta remember this motherfucking cloud is the motherfucking that's a worse drug more than fentanyl. That shit more the thumbing, the swiping, all that shit is registering in your mind. It's releasing endorphins in your mind that got you addicted to this shit right here. And it's cool if you got the likes, the followers. That's what we all strive for. But if you ain't making no dollars on that shit, bro, you hustling backwards.
I forgot that.
Well, man, so you started running with some cats. You was running around with Rosmo.
Yeah, that's the homie.
No, you was running around some of the time. And it's not like you old, man.
I'm old.
You know what I'm saying?
Old.
So you had to be a little kid running around with these.
Yeah, nah, for sure. I'm like I said, like this shit, Dulo, Big 211, Taco, all these was big bros that raised me. These niggas raised me. Like the guy really raised me in the streets. You know what I'm saying? The homie Wack. These niggas is all NHPs that raised me. So I went through gladiator school. Like I fought damn near all the niggas I just named. Like I fought Dulo at 16 years old in front of all the families and all the older homies in front of the park. Beat my ass, but you know what I'm saying, over some work that I was just a little kid trying to figure it out. Nigga gave me the work and the money back. Like, nigga, you better hit me back. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, that's all I got to do? So that triggered me. Like, I never really had no fear because, nigga, this was like the biggest nigga I ever even seen on some shit. And long as I get my shit off, I'm good. Win, lose, or draw, like how you say it. Like, nigga, however, long as you know what I'm saying? Like how Bones say on the movie, nigga, long as you get down, nigga, long as you win, lose, or draw, nigga, long as you get down, nigga. And that's how I was raised, you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't lose no, you know what I'm saying? Like I had no fear, you know what I'm saying? But now, nigga, older, it's like I know how to pick and choose my battles in a smarter way, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not participating with the young niggas again, what they got going on. I'm older. This is really the gangster, this shit, like the gang banging. Like I told my homie, all shit was created by a bunch of 13 and 14-year-olds. Again, this is keeping this shit going. So, and if they're getting 30 and 40 years old, nowadays you really can't apply the same rules because it just got re-rocked every decade. Now the young niggas don't even follow suit. Now it's like, low old niggas. I remember when I was coming up, it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, even with Squeak, like with Squeak Roo, shout out to big homie Squeak Roo, he used to take me around and I wasn't never like, nigga, we old and you go old and you don't know what you talking about. I'm like, nigga, give me the game, big homie. You feel me? And he took me around the studios and showed me how to just move in the industry as being a member. You know what I'm saying?
I say something's wrong with. Now, I want to say something's wrong with him because we was all young, but we was taught differently as young hoods again when it came to the OGs. You get me? I never, went through the era of, man, I'll fuck this old ass nigga.
I ain't never do that.
You probably get this shit whooped out of you or some shit.
I respect my G homies right now. The ones that still, you know what I'm saying, alive, active, moving around, whether they changed their life or didn't, there's still a respect level right there because they paved the way for me. You know what I'm saying?
Still, you think.
I felt that right there because I never looked at none of my big homies like that neither. I never looked at them like they was some old dumb motherfuckers. Never, ever, ever. Always looked at them and had a natural respect for them because I knew they had already been where I was trying to go. You feel me? And they may have not have been the most greatest role models looking back now, but when I was a young cat looking up to these cats and knowing my surroundings in my area, yeah, they was the ones I knew I needed to get the game from so I could go further. You feel me? So I could go further. And I don't know if it's the internet or what it is now, but then again, I get it. Cause I mean, a lot of the older cats now, right? They burnt out, right? They might be dope heads. They might be strung out. They might be, they might have never made it nowhere in life and they ain't got no game to give to. I get that part right there, but I had to start relearning shit. You gotta start relearning shit that I realized that I learned when I was young, I thought was right. I had to relearn older because I knew it was wrong. And that was a whole process of building, you know what I mean? Building it still, to a degree, still is, but there's still pieces of me that's forever embedded into my upbringing, you feel me? But, never did I ever look at my older homies like I couldn't listen to them like they was some old dumb motherfuckers, though, like you young motherfuckers do. Cause y'all swear us old cats don't got we ain't got nothing to give y'all, you know what I mean? And I'm 41, bro, I'm 41. And a lot of you young cats, I swear to God, y'all need to aspire not to be like me, but to aspire to be my age so y'all can live and fulfill the potential that y'all got in you, because y'all got potential, y'all got gifts, y'all got all kinds of things that ain't gonna come to bloom until you get in your late 20s, your 30s, and your 40s. They say a man's best years is his 40s and his 50s. So imagine if you expire in your early teens or your early 20s, all that potential of blooming in the trash can.
What do you think that plays with, though? Why the transition of, because we was always taught to respect our elders. I don't give a fuck what it was. Yeah. Whether it was the streets, whether it was your uncles, your grandfathers, or even just an older for them fucking man or adult, period. Yeah. You get me?
I think we are an endangered species as it is, man. You hear about, if you see a white person live to 50, they're not considered old, but in the hood, you get to 40, you an old man.
Yeah, you get to 30-something, they like, nigga, you an old nigga. I don't know.
Or some shit.
35, that nigga old, nigga.
About 8 people checking out so early, either they go to prison for a lengthy sentence, and if you go to prison for 40 years, you may as well be dead. Yeah. Because you not never coming back. Most people gonna be dead that if you do make it out of there, most people gonna be dead, right?
Right.
So that's like death right there. We got the streets that's taking, like your songs say, taking people under, right? So I think with these young cats, man, most of them in the neighborhood that do have that mentality, they don't see themselves living past 30.
Yeah. I mean, when I was a young nigga, I didn't think about tomorrow. You feel me? I was just thugging.
And what I mean is, I don't think these dudes think about their future because their future is real bleak. Like to them, in their mind, a lot of these dudes don't have no hope.
They living in the moment, though. They living for that day. You know what I'm saying?
Now, see, this is what I was talking about earlier in the video where I know motherfuckers just live for the day, because I used to be that same person. Used to be that same kid. Used to be the same adolescent that just lived for the day, lived for the moment, lived for the weekend. You feel me? And I had no aspirations, no goals, no motherfucking nothing that I was really working towards. You know what I mean? I just wanted to go out and do my thing, smoke, drink, look for some bitches, do all that shit that motherfuckers still do to this day. And that was my aspirations out of life. Now looking back at that shit, it's like, what a waste of motherfucking life, though. What a waste of potential. What a waste to my parents. You feel me? That put their DNA in me, that I carry on their legacy. What a waste of it, though. What a waste of life, though. You feel me? And once again, we just products of our environment, though, when it come down to it. But that's where the change in thinking can change your position in life, because every man is created equal, right? It's the understanding that a man has from another man that separate that man from that other man right there, if y'all follow me. So you figure, if you have a greater understanding of your purpose, of your calling, of your abilities in life, you can go way further than a lot of these cats can right here. But if you just fall in line with everybody else and just do the same shit everybody else is doing, don't have any self-control or self-discipline, You know, you gotta will yourself into a lot of these positions in life. You gotta will yourself into ways of moving forward and out of these motherfucking ruts of life that your environment or the people around you might get you trapped in. And it come down to you. Only you can do that though. Nobody else can change it. Nobody else is coming to save you. None of that shit. Only you. Only you. Even in the Bible, it says faith without works is dead. And what that means is you could pray, you could have all the faith that something's gonna happen, but if you ain't doing nothing to make that faith come to reality, that shit is dead. D-E-A-D, dead, on arrival. So, for that, you know what I mean? For you young cats, y'all gotta take heed to that shit. Implement this into your life. Implement some drive and some ambition into your life to go further than the ones around you. Don't get stuck in these motherfucking ruts. Don't think that being a G is the motherfucking greatest thing to be. Don't fall for that shit. Don't think that you gotta go to prison to become a man. Don't think that you gotta become an OG, because this shit is for the birds. Like he said, you got two forms of death. You could die in the streets, or you could die going to prison. You could get a 40-year bid and go to prison and be alive, but you really dead behind them walls because you living in an institution, a facility. You feel me? That you just doing the same shit day in, day out. You on a concrete island in a concrete box doing the same fucking routine for years around nothing but men. Nothing but men. What kind of fucking reality is that? All your people that you say you fuck with, they tell you they love you and fuck with you, you dead to them. I don't give a fuck if they send some pictures, letters, JPEGs, and that shit. You dead. By the time you get out, who knows where these motherfuckers gonna be at in life. The goal, once again, is to have longevity in life. Don't get it twisted. Enough of that right there. They touched on some good subjects right there. So now we're gonna jump into the next video, which comes from Huri. Y'all can follow him, Dummy Dodger, on YouTube right here. In this video, he's talking about why he don't kick it with the younger homies, even though he's an older homie from his hood and he's a reputable and all that good stuff right there. Let's go ahead and peep that.
What's happening? Y'all see the title yesterday? I read it to a couple of the young homies and stuff. We had a nice long talk yesterday. And this is a younger homie. Like I said, my young homies is in their 40s and 30s. So this was under that. Young homie say, big homie, you don't even come kick it in the hood with the lokes too much. I had to tell him, when hanging around dudes that's supposed to love each other, care for one another, when it's always mean mugs and everybody clutching at they side or they pocket or something, I'm not comfortable around that. And that's not homie shit to me. That's why I don't come around and kick it. That's why I had to tell the young homie, it's so much hate, jealousy, and backstabbing going on amongst supposed to be loved ones. I'm cool on that, homie.
That's all I could say to that one right there. You can't argue with that truth right there. Just like that weed he's smoking is hitting, you can't argue with that truth that he's spitting right there. Because boy, that'd be the realest shit right there ever. There'd be so much snaking, backstabbing, motherfucking jealousy, envy, and I guess for motherfuckers that are older, like me, him, the rest of us, you know what I mean, that are up there in age, we remember when times was different though. And I don't know where it went wrong, if it's social media, what it may have been, maybe, who knows, there's many variables on that shit. But there was a time when you could really be around your people, and it was really like being around your people, and it was a camaraderie, like a brotherly type of love, you feel me? Even when I was locked up, I had that shit. I was around motherfuckers that I felt like was my bros and so forth. And then a motherfucker get out here to this real world. That motherfucker snake you real quick. They snake you fast as a motherfucker. Now you got different variables, right? Money's involved, females, motherfucking, clout, all these different things come into play that breed these weird motherfucking energies and traits out of motherfuckers, right? That you didn't see in these other environments where the playing field was leveled. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you get out here and motherfuckers feel some kind of way. They build up some secret animosity, start feeling some kind of way. But I feel them though. When you get to a point in the game, right, and you older and you've made it, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a duty to breathe on the young life and give them direction and give them the knowledge that they need to further themselves, right? But they come around motherfuckers that you know ain't authentic and don't have your best interests at heart, I wouldn't come around neither. Shit, it's gonna be even hard for you to hit me on the line, you know what I mean? You gotta shoot me a text ahead of time before you ring my line, because I ain't picking up just for anybody, you know what I mean? I've got a handful that I pick up automatically for, but select few that you ain't getting access to a motherfucker no more. Access has been denied. But let's hear what else OG got to say.
I'm way cool on that. I don't like seeing homies like bicker and go at each other over bullshit and backstabbing each other, and you know, things just have changed, homie. It was a point in time where I felt like the homies really, really like loved on each other. That's not true, homie. Because I got an arm full. I mean, from the top of my arm all the way down to the bottom of my shit, homie. Them is tombstones, and rest in peace to the loved ones, homie, that have died for the set. Something to do with the set, right? Some have not, most have, right? Believing that the homies care for each other and love on each other and shit like that. That's not it, cuz. That's not it. Niggas is out here bad talking homies for being solid. Even the cats that's not solid, homie. I done already tried to tell some of my youngins that I fool with on the tough. Let that go. Let it go. Don't worry about running around here stressed out behind that, homie. Tap more and dig more into your family, because that's what the homies is doing. If you're not paying attention, something's wrong. Back then, homies would kick their cousin's ass, nigga, they brother's ass, if they got out of line, if they ratted, did anything foul. But now, no, that's my cousin, man. That's my, you know, all them. That's my, we've been partners, we've been best friends since the first grade. My mama know his mama, and them type of things, right? Back in the late 80s, early 90s, through the 90s, homies didn't care about that. If you was out of place, you was out of place. You had to get put back in place.
And y'all know why that is, all right? That's because there's no motherfucking structure out there, though. There's nobody really in place that's part of these organizations that's really got this shit tight. You feel me? It's not tight, and I'm not trying to you know, promote or motherfucking endorse, you know, motherfucking any kind of criminal activity or gang activity or nothing. But I can tell you right now, the reason why the laws of the land ain't thorough no more and why that's gone and broken is because there's no structure. There's nobody in place that really can enforce any of this shit right there. Because if it was an older homie that was motherfucking checking a motherfucker and putting them in their place, more likely the young motherfucker gonna pop their ass or gonna have some animosity and try to pop their ass or some shit around there. But y'all tell me if I'm wrong. What y'all think? Why you think that is? Why you think that there isn't motherfuckers holding it down and being 100 when it comes to it? Like you said, motherfuckers would kick they cousins, they uncle, if they knew they had got out of bounds, they'd kick their ass. But nowadays, motherfuckers is gonna give them passes. They gonna get a pass. You're gonna get a pass, bypass. No, don't worry, that's my people. We'll win. I had a situation with a motherfucker that motherfuckers knew this motherfucker did some foul shit to me. And off the dribble, what they said is, well, shit, he a white boy anyway. Fuck it, we don't give a fuck. He a white dude. Shit, who is he? He ain't from the hood, so he not from they hood, but motherfucking whoopty wham. They gonna let this motherfucker bypass. They gonna bypass the flaws, even though he did some shit that violates all the codes. They let a motherfucker pass. But I mean, why should I even trip on that though? That's he from they hood, you know what I mean? That's their business with how they deal with it. But that's normal practice in today's world. They gonna bypass that. That's they people. You feel me? He didn't do that to them. He did it to the white boy. Make it make sense.
So many cats have gotten out of place and are out of place that shit, they the majority. The solid cats is the minority on everything.
Damn. He ain't never lied about that one right there. The solid cats have became the minority, and the motherfucking off-brands have became the majority. The motherfucking scales have tipped here right here. And that's what it is. The motherfucking solid cats have now became the minority and are becoming extinct though. We on our last leg out here. We dinosaurs out here in this world. That's what's so crazy. We dinosaurs to this right here. And other cats that ain't out here, they stuck behind a concrete wall and they fossils. They living fossils. They living fossils of a time that then came and went. And now the motherfucking majority is these motherfuckers with the game twisted.
You know, I hear certain, a lot of people say they don't, I don't fuck with no snitches and this, that, and the other. But there are a lot of people that say that do. So that's what I was trying to explain to the young homie yesterday. Like, ain't no solid foundation down here, homie, to stand on. And I don't want to be associated with no weird shit. I'm not going to be associated with no weird shit, period. Those that know me know I'm not. I'm not judging nobody. Do you? To each their own, homie. I see this stuff is ain't nothing solid about it. You got cats running around with jokers that have done some things to homies that, whatever. So we sat and rapped for a minute. I just let them know, homie, it's not no. Even cats that I believe and think that's solid, homie, I've been seeing the other side. And I'm cool. I just don't want to get caught up in that. They could have that. So I was just trying to tell the young homie, man, just keep your eyes open out here, man. Don't let niggas lead you to your demise. Don't be no throwaway for niggas. Don't be no crash dummy. None of that. You know what I'm saying? I can't control what you gonna do out here. You already done made your mind up. You crippin'. So just stay solid, homie. Don't rat. Don't do no backstabbing stuff. Nothing, homie. Just
that motherfucking weed hitting hard than a motherfucker for OG right there. But I feel him on that. It's period, point blank. That's what it comes down to when you evolve. That's how you know OG to evolve, that he had a good point mentally. He mentally sharp right there, because a lot of motherfuckers will go along to get along, but you know what I mean. When you stand on principles like that, you ain't even finna interact. You feel me? You gonna distance yourself. Separation, isolation. You gotta do that shit to evolve. They say, what's the saying? Separation is required for elevation. That shit, real shit, real shit. I know for me, living life and from the experience of going from nothing to something, I had to separate from a whole lot of cats that I didn't even want to separate myself from, that I really had a love for, but I realized that we go in different motherfucking ways. And you know, when you think about assets and liabilities in a financial sense, you got to think about it in the same way that you think about the people you keep around you. I hate to be so cold-hearted with it, but if you ain't an asset to the program, to the mission, to the evolution of who I'm becoming, you're a liability to it. And for me, being 41 years old, motherfucking violent felon, you feel me, with motherfucking one more chance to make it out here that I got, I can't afford no liabilities. I can't afford nobody to be a liability to pull me down or take away from all the shit that I've been building, take away from my empire because of your negligence, because of your lack of comprehension. It ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Not on my watch. I'm finna distance. Man, I'm gonna holler at you. You know what I mean? Shit, nah, you wanna come kick it? Nah, I'm good. What you doing tonight? Shit, chilling at the crib. You feel me? Shit like that. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I think from both these videos right here, there was a lot of game in there, right? For a young cat to peep, even an older cat to peep, because even us older cats, we need to reiterate this stuff back into our daily mental. You feel me? Because, you know, the pull of the world will pull on you and try to get you in there and have you fall in suit to what the majority is doing. But at the end of the day, you never want to go down the road that the majority are doing, right? You want to go on that path less traveled. That's the road you want to go down. And unfortunately, when you go down that road, that's going to be the hard road. You know what I mean? That's going to be the road that ain't paved. You feel me? You're going to get motherfucking thorns in your feet and all kinds of shit. You got to pull these out. You know what I mean? It's getting hot. You don't know where the fuck you're going. But that's the road you need to go down, because it's going to lead you to the destination that you need to get to, from my past life experience. But I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all thought about these videos right here. You know what I mean? What y'all think about this shit right here? Young homies, why y'all don't listen to the older homies? Even though y'all know there's some older homies that got some good game and some good wisdom for you, why y'all still rejecting it though? Why y'all don't pay heed? And shout out to the young homies that do, because I know this whole video was about motherfucking the younger homies that don't. Shout out to y'all that do though. Shout out to y'all that's 1 step, 5 steps ahead of the rest right there. Y'all gonna be the real MVPs in the future. Mark my words on that, and I salute you as a 5-star general from my side right there, because there's not a lot of y'all young homies that really do be taking heed and listening. Because believe me, like I said in other videos, the smart ones are the ones that learn from others' mistakes. They don't gotta bump their head. They don't gotta go to prison for 5, 10, 15, 20 years to figure out all this shit is for the birds. This shit is some bullshit. This shit is lies and deception to the 10th power. Y'all ahead of the game. Y'all smarter than me. Way smarter than me at a younger age. That means y'all gonna go way further. And I done got somewhere, but I had to go do 11 and a half behind that concrete wall. You feel me? I had to go sit back there and lose all of my 20s into my 30s to get back out here and come out here like a newborn baby, like an idiot, like a crash dummy, like a real life fool. But praise God, I'm here where I am and all that good shit. But let me know what y'all think down there in the comments below. And once again, if you made it this far in the video, thumb that video up for me, gang. Thumb me up one time. If you ain't subbed up, sub up, because we rolling these videos out like this, like that. You feel me? And then to the next one, I'm gone.